Hey everybody, welcome to the Try Modern YouTube channel. My name is Dorothy Venori, and I'm really looking forward to starting this wonderful experience with you all. Now, the awesome creators and masterminds behind TryModern.com wanted to create a YouTube channel so that we could be on one of the biggest media sources online. You know, that way, if there are stories or issues going on with the LGBT community that aren't really shown on the news or on the internet, we can tell them to you and you can see what is going on in the world and how bullying and ridicule for being LGBT is a really serious issue. That being said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about being LGBT or about somebody you know who is LGBT, who's dealing with problems, you know, if you just are curious and you want some questions answered, please feel free to contact us. You can leave us comments below or you can send us messages on YouTube. You can also check us out on our Facebook page and our Twitter and our website, and I will make sure to share links, but right now they are below in the description if you want to check them out. And if you want to be anonymous when you ask questions, that is totally fine, and we'll really respect that, but we would love to hear from you, and we'd love to have topics to talk about. And in honor of various topics for videos, we're going to start with one that I think is very important. We have rounded up what we believe are some of the top 5 dumb things that are said to gay people or LGBT people in general. If there's anything dumb that you heard that I have not listed in this video, please feel free to leave it in the comments, because we know there are a lot of things that people say to LGBT people that are just wrong and really redundant. Let's just get started with number 1. Gay parents damage young kids. So basically, any same-sex couple who has a child is going to screw up the child, and the child is going to be messed up in the head, or something's going to be wrong with them. No. Personally, I think that if there are 2 people who want to care for a child and show them love, they have every right to do it. I do not see how a same-sex couple could damage a child. I'm not saying that same-sex couples are not capable of being abusive or things like that. However, given what they have to go through in order to obtain a child, you know, through adoption, sperm donors, surrogates, I think they wouldn't go through that if they didn't want the child. I think it's very obvious that they want to be able to have a child to call their own. And I actually, at work yesterday, I saw a lesbian couple with like their 7 or 8-year-old son. He was such a sweetheart, such a polite boy, and it was very obvious that his moms cared for him very much. Now, why would you take that away from somebody? What's the point? Why would you do that? I don't think that is fair at all. Don't get me started on the whole gender issue, like father figure, mother figure. I'm sure in their private life they can figure it out. There's really no reason for you to get in their business, because that's just weird and ugh. Speaking of gender issues, we get into number 2. Who's the girl and the boy in the relationship? I know stereotypes are a very popular thing with the gay community. You see people who are stereotypically butch and stereotypically femme or stereotypically bear or twink. I think those are the terms for gay males. I'm not really familiar. If I just totally offended a bunch of you, I'm so sorry. Please feel free to let me know what the actual term is for like the more feminine gay guys and the more masculine gay guys. Like, just let me know. As far as who's the boy and girl in relationships, honestly, that is up to them. I repeat, why does it matter to you? If you're just gonna follow stereotypes, then what's the point in me teaching you what the actual terms would be? I don't really see the point in that. Personally, in my relationships, I like there to be a balance. I think there's a little bit of both on each side. I don't really have a preference for more butch girls. I suppose if you were to go by stereotypes, I like femme. I label myself as pretty femme too, honestly. If people don't agree with me, okay, that's your prerogative, that's not mine, but personally I think you're wrong. I know who I am and I know what I label myself as, so why should you try and change that? As far as the question itself, just don't ask. It's rude. It's like going up to a straight couple and saying to the woman, do you wear the pants in the relationship or does he? It's just a common courtesy to leave people alone when it comes to their gender. Just drop it. Number 3. This one goes out to our bisexual friends. I'm sure some of you have heard this one. If you come out as bisexual, you're just not coming out. Clearly, if you're interested in half, then you must just be gay, but you don't want people to know that, so you're just kind of making it a halfway thing. So I'll admit, I used to be kind of wary about bisexual people because it was confusing, you know, be like, oh, I'm with this guy or I'm with this girl. But honestly, now it's like, okay, they like guys and girls. Big freaking deal. If they are in a relationship and they're cheating, that is a whole other ballgame. But if they are either single and just, you know, kind of dating around, casual, nothing with a set label, or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. They just like two different genders. If you can't keep up with that, then just leave it alone. Just ignore it. Well, don't ignore it, but just don't make it a common topic of interest, because that, once again, I'm going to keep repeating the whole privacy issue. You don't need to get that far into their personal life, especially if they don't want you to. Number 4, this one is the real kicker. Being gay is a lifestyle choice, not how somebody actually feels. So you're not born gay, you're not born lesbian, you're not born bisexual, you're not born transgender or pansexual or genderqueer, anything like that. You're not born that way. And let me tell you, if I had a nickel for every single time I've heard that one said to me, I think you get the point. You just decided that that's what that was. This is probably hands down one of the most popular things any LGBT person hears from somebody who doesn't get it or is against it, aside from the whole religion aspect, but that is a whole other ballgame, and we're really not wanting to get into that this video. If some of you do want to have a separate religion video, I guess we can do that, but it just kind of depends on our schedule. Regardless, being gay or lesbian, bisexual, transgender, any of that is not a choice. It's not. Given what LGBT people have to go through to be out and who they are, I don't see why somebody would choose to do that. Why would I choose to live a life where I'm told I'm a faggot, I'm a dyke, threatened, and things like that? Like, who would choose that? Why? What in my right mind would make me want to choose that? I mean, there are also LGBTs who've been murdered, who have been pushed to suicide because people didn't accept them for who they are. That's not something they want to choose. That's just who they are. And I know there are idiots out there who are going to say, oh, you just wanted attention. Then you clearly do not get it, and you just need to go shut your mouth and sit in a corner, because we don't need people like you in our lives at all. So just please shut the fuck up and go off and do your own little thing, because you don't need to be in our lives. We don't need to be in yours. We can live separately and it'll be totally fine. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all come in different shapes and sizes and colors, but we're all still human, okay? Unless you, like, magically grow a tail or something, that makes you a little different. If you take away everything about me, like my name, my age, my favorite color, things like that, I'm a human being. That's the only thing you can label me as, you know? I am a human who happens to be gay, who happens to be 20 years old, you know? You're just blowing it way out of proportion if you're saying that somebody chooses to do something that they cannot control. You can't control that. Before I finish talking all of your heads off, I would just like to say once again that I'm so excited to be a part of this channel, and I really look forward to hearing feedback from you. If you do have any questions or problems you want advice on, or just questions you want to ask, please don't hesitate to. I highly encourage it. You can ask us questions down below in the comments. You can leave us messages on the YouTube channel, and you can also check us out on our websites and on our Facebook and our Twitter. And I will put links here somewhere. If they're not in the magical glowy white comforter and awesome lesbians making out, you know, poster, if it's not there, then you can check them out in the description. I'll put links down below. And if you want to be anonymous, totally okay. If you've ever heard somebody say one of these things to you, feel free to give us the thumbs up and send us comments below. If there's something I didn't mention that you've heard said to you or somebody you know for being LGBT, I'd really like to hear it. If you have any things you want us to make videos about, let us know and we'll try and include them. And now, before I go, I have the 5th and final thing that people say to LGBTs that is really dumb. All gay people should die. Really?